everyone. I'm Elizabeth Heinz, and welcome back to another whole new season of Coast Connections. Well, we're still having to wear masks, sanitize. We're riding this fourth wave of COVID. Who knew we'd still be working from home after so many months? However, we're here today to help you ride this fourth wave with some really interesting activities for you to do with just within the comfort of your own home. We're going to be talking today about the Vancouver Island University Elder College and the amazing array of courses that they've got lined up this fall and winter to help us all through this. My guests today are Regan McKeever. Hello, Regan.
Hi,
welcome
Liz.
to Coast Connections. And
Thanks.
Ross Peterson. Hello, Ross. Welcome.
Thank you, Liz.
I see both of you are still working from home as well. The university still closed down for your jobs anyway right now, eh?
Well, we're open a little, but we're doing a bit of work from home and a bit of work from the office.
Yeah, as we
Today's
start
a
to
home
transition.
day. Yeah.
Right on. Good. So Vancouver Island University Elder College, your slogan is where wisdom and knowledge meet together, and also where fun is ignited as well. I went through your catalog. It's an amazing array of courses that you have on offer here. I think I counted 76 courses that we can take between now and the end of December from the comforts of our home. So Regan, how long has VIU Elder College been up and running?
Well, that's a great question that I don't know off by heart, but I'm going to say 28 years. Am I right, Ross?
We've been in business for 26 years.
26. There you go.
Yeah.
I thought, yes, I was close.
You were
Yeah,
close.
and we've grown a ton since then. It started in Parksville and then just at the campus in Parksville, and then it spread to Nanaimo, and now thanks to COVID we are really anywhere. So we have some great stories of friends that live in different provinces and went to school together as children, and they're now coming back to school together because of the virtual platform. So it's really exciting.
That's really fun. See, there's advantages to this pandemic. We're finding that all over the place. So Ross, talk us a little bit about the instructors. Who are these instructors that are delivering these wide array of courses? Just give us a flavor of who we can be in meeting online when we sign up.
Sure. Well, our instructors come from a variety of places. Some are retired university professors, some are retired school teachers. Great many of us, me included, just want to share our passion about a certain subject. And Elder College is a great way to do that. And I think we have over 50 instructors for our fall semester, which is a lot. And it's all voluntary, of course. We won't pay them anything. They get a bit of a stipend, but it's voluntary, and they do it because they love doing it. And some of our instructors have been doing this for over 20 years. They come back, they keep doing it. They keep finding new students who share their interest in this. So I couldn't be happier with the level of instruction that we have. It's first class. All of our instructors come to us with an idea, or we go out to them if we should have them in our role. And so they give it a bit of a screening so that we know we're having top-notch instructors for our students.
I'm really impressed to hear that these are all volunteer instructors. What a lovely way to be giving back to the community, and again, helping to build community as we move along.
Yes.
Regan, the biographies of the instructors, those can also be found when people sign up?
Yes, they are on our website. And so we have them all listed. When you look at the various courses, it'll tell you who is teaching the course, and then their bios are in there. And it is fantastic. It's a large array of backgrounds, and we definitely don't require that they've ever been a teacher before. They just need to have a passion for the subject that they want to share and continue the lifelong journey for everybody.
So if there's viewers out there that have an idea, that have some certain expertise, or a hobby enthusiast and some interesting hobby or ambition that they're seeking, they could contact you and see if they could become an instructor and set up a course as well. Is that right, Ross?
Absolutely. And would-be instructors don't shy about this. We don't impose a whole lot of time. I can come in and teach a one-day course if they wish, kind of a lecture, or they can teach a 6-week course.
Yep.
And but the nice thing about the instructors for us is that there's no exams to mark, right? So we're not leaning too heavily on them. We're encouraging our instructors to engage with the students. I've been teaching a course for several years now, and I always find somebody in my class that knows a bit more than I do about certain elements of my subject. And so we encourage our instructors to be lecturers, since that's what the students expect. But we also expect them to engage in a certain amount of free discussion with students as well. And I think our instructors enjoy that part of it, because they're learning as well as the students.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regan, obviously these courses are all being offered online via Zoom. What if someone doesn't know how to use Zoom, or if they don't have a computer at home, what options might they have?
So two different questions there. If they don't have a computer at home, you can call in. So you can use any phone, and you wouldn't have the video option unless you're using a smartphone. But if you have a smartphone, then you can use the video option on that. But you can even just call in and you can hear all of the discussion, and you can also participate by speaking in your telephone as well. And tablets work. So iPads or any other tablets like that as well, if you don't have a computer at home. And in terms of using Zoom, that's been one of the challenges that we have been commended on over COVID and switching to this online platform. And we have created a VIU Elder College student Zoom user guide. And we send that out to everybody. And then we also offer several training sessions for free that you can come in and join us. And we will go through all the options, from how to sign in to how to mute yourself, raise your hand, use the chat function, all of those items that you need to be successful in learning online with Elder College.
Wonderful. How user-friendly, for those that might be a little intimidated by technology, you're there to welcome them and instruct them. And I think that's really wonderful. Regan, let's talk a little bit about the length of these classes. When I hopped online there, they went from like 1.5 hours in one day to, as Ross alluded to earlier, 6 sessions at 2-hour blocks over a period of time. Talk to us a bit about that.
Yeah, so we originally started, all of our Elder College classes were 6 weeks, and they were 2 hours once a week for 6 weeks. And then we started to get some requests for longer classes because they weren't able to get all the information out to the students who were craving more. And then we had some instructors say, well, I'm really excited about sharing my knowledge of the Salish Sea or of emergency disaster preparedness, but it wouldn't take up 12 hours of instruction. And so they asked, could we teach for a bit shorter than 6 weeks? And so we ended up changing our structure to be more flexible. So now we have a wide array of what we call one-day sessions, which are anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours on just one day. And then we have some that are 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and we actually have some that even go up to 12 weeks. And so we have a wide array of lengths, which is really ideal for our students, because then and of course, pre-COVID, I'm not sure it matters as much anymore, but if there are snowbirds that leave, then you don't have to commit to a regular 4 months of a typical university semester. And you can pick and choose a wide variety that way.
Very good. And Ross, over to you in terms of the cost of the courses and registration and payment options.
I think I'll let Regan handle this question.
Back over to Regan.
I should mention, by the way, that Regan provides administrative services for Elder College. The rest of the board, we have hands off on that part. We're not good at that. Regan is exceptionally gifted at being able to manipulate the costs and the revenues and make everything balance at the end of the year. So she can talk about the fees and so on.
Thank you.
Regan.
So, yeah, our courses.
High praise from your colleague.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. And truthfully, there's no way I could do what I do without the support of the board. And they are also volunteers and spend a ton of time making sure that this program is successful and is accessible to everybody in our communities and beyond. So the course fees range based on how long the courses are. So our one-day sessions are $13, and then it ranges from there upwards, and depending on the length of the course. And so this year as well, what has changed is that we used to charge a $20 annual membership fee to become a member with Elder College. And this year we decided to not charge for the membership fee. So membership is now free. And
Wow.
it's to acknowledge the people who have tried to learn Zoom and learn online and our instructors, and to say thank you for sticking with us, and hope to encourage more people to do that with us. As you mentioned, we're in our fourth wave, and we need to keep this going. And so it might be a bit longer than we originally anticipated learning online. So we've done that. And another perk of that is that it allowed us to open up online registration. So in terms of registering, you have the option of calling in and to the phone number, which is
on the screen.
On the screen, excellent. And so you can call in to register, or you can go online to our website, which is also on the screen, and you can register online that way. And without charging the membership fee, it opened up that option for us, which has been really successful and helpful to people.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Regan, if I wanted to buddy up with a few people and register for a course and just have them in my home using one computer, is that okay?
Yeah, well,
or do you want individual registration? I'm just thinking of people who might be a bit, challenged right now.
For sure. So there are a couple different options for that. We do have couples, for instance, or people who are living together that will join in the same class. And
right.
So, but we do ask for individual registrations, in large part because, as Ross suggested, a lot of our classes are discussion based. And
right.
So instructors actually choose the maximum number of students that they want in their class based on the level of discussion that they are hoping for. And to make it a rich learning environment for all of our students, it is ideal to have a good number for that discussion. So if you had, 6 people or even 3 people in one house, then it means that all those 3 people would need to have the ability to be part of the discussion. But if you only one registered, then we wouldn't be aware of that. So we do ask for individual registrations, but we do also have from generous donors in the past, and we started a legacy fund at our 25th anniversary celebration from generous donors who've provided funds that if you find the course fees a problem, then you just have to mention that at time of registration, and you can have your course fees covered for up to 2 courses per semester.
How very generous. That's really, really nice to hear. Thank you for doing that, VIU. That's amazing. Let's just get right into and tease our viewers, Ross, with some of these course offerings that we have. As I mentioned, there's 76 that I counted online. And there's some really interesting categories. Of course, the first one that jumped out at me was travel, because we've all been sort of locked up here at home. So we can go to many different places here online. Ross, take us through some of the countries that we can visit here.
Oh, well, again, Regan is the expert on this. She would normally be in Italy this year, right?
Yes.
And guiding people around some of the art treasures that you might find in Italy. So this year, of course, all the travel things are going to be online, so you're going to have to visualize what you're traveling to.
When I was going through the catalog, there was a trip to the Galapagos Islands. There was Walking England coast to coast.
Walking England, exactly.
Yeah, a Scandinavian trip. So lots of really interesting travel ones there for us to enjoy from the comforts of our home.
Yes. Some of the topics come from us. We suggest them and find people to teach. Others have come from students themselves. We listen a lot to what our students tell us, and we do that in several ways. At the end of every course, students are asked to fill out a feedback form, which gives them a chance to judge the level of instruction, the overall satisfaction, and to suggest how the course can be improved, and importantly, to suggest other courses that they'd be interested in. So we listen to our students, and some of our course selections are a direct result of what we're hearing from our students.
Very good.
We also this year did a very large student survey of our past students from the last year, mainly because we were really interested in knowing how they took to the Zoom platform. Bear in mind, our courses are for people 50 plus, and a lot of us 50 plus are not particularly conversant with electronics. So we were really wondering when we were forced into this, how our students would take to it. And Regan mentioned the Zoom cafes that were offered, and she didn't mention that they were done by Regan and her two program assistants from VIU, and did a marvelous job. And just to quote from the student survey, nearly 80% of our students were happy with Zoom. And that astounded me. I didn't think it was going to be that successful. But again,
you might be over 50, but you can still be very, very adaptable.
Apparently,
Ross, we just, in the interest of time here, I just have to run through some of the other offerings that we've got here. Health and wellness, Indigenous focus, many on the arts, science. In fact, there's an introduction to police forensics, which I think is very cool, and how to talk to anybody about climate change, living well and dying well, estate planning, and lots of history. Regan, talk to me about the history courses that you're offering, the Vancouver Island History and the Italian immigration to Canada and BC as well. Those sound fascinating.
They are, and those are two of our instructors who have been teaching with Elder College for years and are high demand, wonderful courses. And the interest of our students about history, whether it be local or even history abroad, is really high. So we're very lucky to have those two instructors. And both of them have taught in various locations, some at the Nanaimo Museum pre-COVID, and Nanaimo, Parksville, and around. And so they have adapted to teaching online, and we're very fortunate to have them.
Wonderful. There's also another one caught my eye was Indigenous perspectives on climate change, and which will be fascinating to hear about their ancestral connection to the land and how they've managed for thousands and thousands of years. And also another one that tied in with that a bit was how to talk to anybody about climate change, which I think was very, very timely and something we can all use right now.
I agree.
So,
very current topics. And I do think that's fantastic about Elder College, that we have things like you mentioned, that the history of Vancouver Island right up to current issues that are happening right now in our world and everything in between. So it's a great range and should appeal to most people.
Yeah. And the arts, Ross, you've got photography, how to use your smartphone better, Emily Carr and her pottery, how to write your family genealogy, look up your family tree. There might be a few branches there that you might want trimmed, but especially after COVID, we've all been a little strained.
Definitely.
So, and also a couple of one-offs. There was casino and gambling and the history of gaming. And I was also pleased to see that it included also something on gambling addictions, which might have become a problem while people were at home doing online gambling. So that's good to see that. And also comedy versus the apocalypse. Like, who knew? So you've got some fascinating courses in here which will appeal to a very wide variety of people. So I've got to commend you on that. But talk to us a little bit about the Saturday Speakers program that you also have. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Yes,
Go ahead, Ross.
Yeah, we're really proud of this series. These are kind of one-offs. Sometimes we choose a topic and get 3 speakers to address the same topic. We just finished one in the spring on climate change and the effect on Vancouver Island's resources. Really well attended and really topical. People were really interested in this. We have one coming up this fall that focuses on mental health, addiction, and recovery. And so we deliberately pick topics like this that we know are of interest to people and are current in people's minds. We're forced to do these online, unfortunately, because we would normally fill up the news place, which has seating for a couple hundred people. And but we'll probably get back to that. But again, a lot of our students have said they prefer the online learning, so we'll continue with that as well. But the Saturday speakers, and we intentionally try to find people with a provincial, national, or even international reputation, people who authored books on the subject or taught and so on. And we've been extremely lucky in getting people to talk to us on our Saturdays. And a lot of them have said, we know about Elder College. We'd love to come and talk to you about it. So again, we're very proud of our Saturday speaker series. And for those out listening now, we start our first fall Saturday speaker on early October sometime. I forget the date, but it goes on for 1 month until December.
Very good. And Regan, registration is open now for people to hop on, and VIU.ca/Elder College for those that might be visually impaired that can't see it on the screen. And also the phone number is 1-866-734-6252. Those are the 2 ways to get registered. Now, Regan, the best course that I never took was with you. When a group of us were supposed to be going to Italy, but it was just before COVID broke in February. Our trip was supposed to be a couple months after that. And will you be offering, do you think, in the future, more trips abroad?
Absolutely. So that's with Adventures in Mind. And
Yes.
We are hopeful that we're going to be able to do that. We're hoping that we can even this year. Again, who knows? But we are definitely hoping for that, to do Renaissance Italy in Florence, and also to do a Bloomsbury group one in England. So we've got lots of ideas for the next coming years as well, to go to France and the Czech Republic and Spain. We've got a long list. We just need the world to open back up so that travel can be safe for us and get back on those adventures.
Oh,
I'd love to have you join us, Liz.
Oh, I'd love to go to any of those places. Believe me. Thank you. Ross, any closing thoughts from you?
Yeah, I have to mention this. It's on topic. There could have been a trip this year to Europe, handled by one of our instructors who taught a course on Canada's role in the First World War. And he elicited such an interest in the class that the class decided they'd take a trip and visit some of the memorials and so on in Europe that memorialize Canada's contribution to the war effort. And unfortunately, COVID got in the way. But this is what happens in our courses. You never know how they're going to end up. This one could have ended up in a trip to Europe. So it's kind of an added bonus, I think.
I think so too. And you actually have in your lineup this fall, Intro to Traveling in Europe. So get people prepped for when we can actually leave again. Yeah. Thank you, Ross. And Regan, any closing thoughts from you today?
No, just wanted to say thank you for giving us this opportunity. And we have found out through surveying our students that word of mouth is the best way to get our courses out in the public so that people know what we have to offer and that we are still delivering these amazing lifelong learning opportunities virtually. And so we would love to have you join us and give us a try. So please go to our website. There's a lot of information on there, and you can give us a call as well. And we would love to have you.
Very good. And Regan, and Ross, because this Zoom has been so successful during COVID, during the pandemic, is this something that you're going to be continuing after, offering online as well as in-person classes as we move out of this?
Yes, indeed. I mentioned that nearly all of our students were happy with Zoom, and more than half, or about half, said they wish to continue with Zoom even after COVID. And they said so because it's a lot more convenient. Don't have to drive, don't have to park. They can take a course in their jammies if they want. Doesn't matter, right? So again, we listen to our students. So we're prepared to continue to offer Zoom. We will also offer in-class courses as well, particularly for those courses that need that kind of classroom touch. And we may offer both if we can find instructors who want to do Zoom course and classroom, same course, but taught different days to appeal to everybody who wants to do the course. So we're very flexible right now. We're exploring ways to do hybrid courses and so on. But there will be Zoom in the future.
Well, I really appreciate the flexibility that you have with the Elder College program and the wide variety of interests that are represented there. And I'm sure there's going to be something for everyone as we move through the next few months together. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's just been really interesting. Ross, just quickly, what course are you teaching? You mentioned you teach a course.
Oh, thanks for the promotion. I teach preparing for disasters and emergencies.
Perfect.
Again,
well, we had a little. Yeah, that's perfect. And we had a little bit of a, disaster starting out on this show today. So thank you for helping and guide us through that. The joys of working from home. Thank you both. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Regan McKeever and Ross Peterson from Vancouver Island University Elder College with the offerings that they're giving us this fall to help us through this next wave, the fourth wave of COVID. Hopefully it's the last one. Just a reminder to please get vaccinated, help us all get through this, and go online to the BC government and get your vaccination card as well. Download it and also get a hard copy. Quickly, Regan, I think you had one more thing to say there.
No, I was just crossing my fingers saying that hopefully that this is the last wave.
On that note, we're with you, Regan.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us today on Coast Connections, and thank you for watching. And go sign up for some of these amazing courses on VIU Elder College. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Heinz. We'll see you next time.